Every parent's nightmare. Stephen and Ashley join us now. Welcome to the sofa.
Well, guys.
It was so good. We watched it last night. Absolutely incredible. I was like gripped. I went on to the next episode and then fell asleep, because obviously, but I wanted to carry on and carry on.
Thank you.
But it's so good. What inspired you to write this?
It was, honest to God, Al, to be honest, completely honest. I read an article in the paper and it was about a young girl who's been stabbed to death by a young boy.
Yeah.
And then a couple of months later, I was watching the news and there was another story about a young boy who stabbed a young girl to death. And I just, if I'm really honest with you, it hurt my heart. And I just thought, as a parent as well, it just kind of made me think, what's going on with society?
Yeah.
What's happening today where this is becoming a regular occurrence? And you know that beautiful saying, it takes a village to raise a child? Well, in a way, I think that we're all kind of slightly accountable, from the side of the parenting, the school, the political structure, the society itself, and then what we didn't have when we were kids, social media, and the influence of social media.
Just huge.
Yeah.
They parent our kids just as much as we do today. And we're not pointing the finger specifically at any one thing. We're just saying, let's talk about this, do you know what I mean? Let's bring this into our awareness.
I think that's what's so powerful about it, is it's in one take, which is still head-scratch. I mean, it's an incredible job your director did and you guys have done. But it's that normalisation, like your house is normal, your child is normal, everything he's got it's like he's still a child. The fact there's stars, there's like the solar systems on the wallpaper. It's the little parts of it where he's in the witness room and you tell him to eat his cornflakes. It's all of those things that, as a parent, you just sort of resonate with because this is still a child. And you rarely see a drama from a perpetrator's family's point of view as well.
Exactly, that was another thing we wanted to do. We wanted to show a different narrative, but we also wanted this to be, it could be your people next door, or more importantly, it could happen to any one of us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's why we kind of decided to make this story.
It is unbelievable. You just touched on it then, the fact that it's one take, which is incredible. I mean, what are the logistics of doing a one take, and how difficult is that actually? If it goes wrong, do you have to start again?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Do you?
I mean, there's huge amount of planning that goes into it. We spent like 2 weeks, a week rehearsing with just the actors, a week with the actors and camera, and then a week shooting. So you do like 2 takes a day, right?
Yes.
And you get 10 chances basically, and you have to get it within that.
Matt Lewis, our DOP, there, superb.
Yeah.
So by the time you start, it's almost like theatre. It's almost like muscle memory, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. I mean, I came to set thinking it was going to be a blast, like I was going to have a blast or whatever, and then I found myself every night crying and rocking myself to sleep, like with my
No, babe, it's good. I've got working with Stephen again. I'm going to have so much fun on set.
Top Boy was a breeze.
Man,
That was a breeze.
The thing, see, what we actually do within this, with the structure of this, we combine both disciplines, so you marry them together. So you've got the liveliness and the spontaneity of theatre, and that kind of energy that creates. But then you've got the naturalism and the realism of television and film camera. But what that does as well is both us as actors and the crews, you're one team.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So you can't, like, ad-lib, you can't, like, go off.
No, look, there was room for that. But everyone just had to be aware that whatever happens, you have to go with it. Once that train goes and you're on it...
We're on it.
That's it. So whatever happens, you got to go with it.
You're on it together.
And sometimes that made for beautiful... beautiful moments that we weren't expecting.
Didn't you rock up on set with a bit of a dicky back as well, wasn't
Yeah, my back was gone. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I had a bad back. I was playing basketball with my daughter the day I was meant to get the train, jumped and my back went jarred
You
a bit.
came in a wheelchair.
Oh, yeah, I
You're not young men anymore.
Was you milking that bit, though? Was you milking it a little bit?
No, not at all. I mean, listen, I was so upset with myself.
I'll tell you what, though, when Hannah and Joe Johnson saw him, when Hannah, the producer, who's also a wonderful wife, fellow love, when they saw him, what was their face like?
It was a picture. We didn't think we was going to be able to do it, to be fair.
You had running scenes and everything, didn't you?
Yeah, but by that point, I mean, that was episode 2, but by that point...
he was OK.
I was OK.
You look good.
Yeah, he ain't running fast there, though, is he? Look, that's a... What was concerned?
No, hold on.
It's a contentious point.
Let's not get into the running thing. It's acting running.
Yeah, that's bad. Watch, he nearly gets knocked over here by a motorbike. Look.
Oh, it's so good.
So what you have to understand as well, Dermot, don't, you know, the lad can run, but that's
the camera as
the
well,
lad can
I
run, but that's Dad's running. That's Dad's running.
I
But
knew
also,
this was gonna come.
you have to take into account the whole crew, you know, the movements across the road, locking the road off. That's why this crew, the entire crew, I'm not being, you know, I'm just going to be very honest. They're the best crew I've ever worked with.
What a cast as well. You've got some great actors.
We've got an amazing
there. Aaron
cast, we really
Doherty.
have.
The word about Owen Cooper, because the young kid, he is just phenomenal.
Magic.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
It really is, man.
I think he's a once-in-a-lifetime generational talent, you know what I mean? He's phenomenal. We saw over 500 kids, and Shaheen Baig, who's just marvellous, and Philip Barantini, our director, who, you know him, I've known for years. He's a good mate. But
I think Ashley's the nicest copper I've ever seen.
So measured and calm,
so
isn't he?
measured, so
Brilliant.
calm. I really like.
he's-
Did you do some research into the police as well?
We did, actually. I went on a raid with... it was with your cousin, wasn't it?
you did, yeah.
Stephen's
My cousin was the copper,
He
by
was
the way.
copper, he was the copper, yeah.
We're about to bust Stephen's
Let's
cousin.
make that clear. Let's make that
Stephen's
clear.
cousin was asleep in the bed when he was just...
I mean, listen, it was cool. It was cool. It was the biggest anticlimax ever because it was like...
Oh, really?
It was the wrong place or whatever it was. And it was good. You know, I wanted to do a lot of research to understand procedure and whatever, but actually it turned out like getting onto set, it wasn't about him being a policeman. It was about the heart. The heart of it was he's a dad.
He's a dad.
Right? He could relate.
And the thing with Ashley doing this, sorry, with Ashley, for him in this character, I think he's phenomenal because we always see Ashley, and rightly so, he was brilliant in
It's a
Top Gun.
shame.
Do you know what I mean? He's fantastic.
I still see
But I
him.
wanted you to see another side of him.
It was so good.
And he's done that. He's smashed it.
We have to talk a couple of things. Firstly, 1,000 Blows, which is brilliant, and actually you directed some of the episodes of that as well.
did, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
What a
you.
brilliant thing to be part of.
Oh, it was amazing, man. When I got the call from the big man, you know, I didn't want to say no. And yeah, I loved it. It was great for me.
Again,
Great
Aaron
to be a part of
Doherty.
it.
I was hoping
wow.
for a little cameo in that. I wanted to be a little
You
Irish
would have been
fighter that gets
so
the living
good.
kicked out of him.
But it's the whole weekend, eh? You never know.
Next time, he's a good actor. You
And
know.
secondly, we have to talk Springsteen. So you are in Deliver Me From Nowhere. You're in that as Bruce's dad. I'm a huge Springsteen fan, Douglas. So what was it like? You met the great man. Jeremy Allen White is playing him.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
In Nebraska. Have you seen it yet?
No, because I was there for a few days and we shot it. And if I'm really honest with you, Bruce is one of the most wonderful, humble men I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
He was, and he's an icon, you know, and he's an absolute icon. But what a wonderful man.
And the relationship he's got with his dad was so nuanced because
Yeah, it was difficult.
he was his greatest hero and his greatest foe in exactly
His dad
the
was
same.
an alcoholic,
Yeah.
manic depressive, do you know what I
my
mean?
God.
So it was a tricky piece.
Yeah, you met him, didn't you? He's a lovely man.
Yeah, he's wonderful. I'm going to go and watch him at Anfield when he plays.
Football.
I mean, you could stick him on the right wing, you know what I mean, probably. But no, he's going to play at Anfield, I think.
Oh, amazing. Thanks,
Ashley
guys.
and Stephen, thank you so much. It's so good. Adolescent, you have to watch it. It's unbelievable. It's on Netflix now. Do not miss it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.